Hi, I'm Sunny.
Hi, I'm Courtney.
This is Plot Twist.
We're friends.
And we're also
She's the ex-wife. I'm the new wife.
that one. So, for all of you who have watched our first episode, we kind of gave some insight. I'm going to just say this by starting. We are not professionals. We have no clue we don't know what we're doing. This is just our real life experiences. And in the beginning, it was not pretty. It was, we brought up something last time. Most recent court date. Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
Yes.
That's not
We
that
talked
long
about that in
ago.
the first episode
Mhm.
briefly. Oh, yeah, I think that's a good start. Yeah.
So too.
So I figured I would kind of tell you the perspective from me and John.
Oh, this could
your
get
perspective,
terrifying.
uh, and then we banter.
I do want to bring up one point, though. My husband, Mike, brought this up. And I want to tell you,
Oh, no.
our relationship started to change when I met my husband.
Okay, she's not wrong.
It was not that day, but I do
hang
want to
on.
kind of go to the fact that a lot of change started happening when I met my husband because I had not been in a really healthy relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
those court papers were served to you a few months after.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they did go kind of coincide.
It was so bad.
Yeah. Okay. So, from mine and John's perspective, right? This is from our side of it. Sunny and her then boyfriend broke up. She moved out, and at this time they were living in the same town as she moved in with her dad and mom, or I think you first moved in with your sister-in-law.
No, I moved in with my dad and mom, and because of my
That's right.
dad's drinking, which I guess I can say that kind of honestly. With my dad's drinking, we just didn't get along, so I ended up having to move out. I was trying to better myself at the moment, and can I say, I was the best at it? No, I had been, and I mean, even my ex-husband and I can both admit this, we were a bad relationship. So I had been in nothing but bad relationships. And I mean, for people to think, what does that mean? No, you have to realize nothing for 15 years was bad. It was just bad. It was, yeah. So I will give them that they had, a reason, but they didn't, in my opinion, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. So, when she moved, Jonathan and we were worried just because, you had moved, from the first boyfriend you were with.
Right.
You were living with him when I first came into the picture. And then you guys moved to a different apartment. There was a lot of moving, right?
Yeah.
And we were concerned about stability for the kids because they were out of school, they were settled, they were making friends.
Right.
I mean, Kira and Cairo are learning Russian, and that's an opportunity you don't get
Ever.
And so we were just concerned. We wanted them to be able to go to elementary, go to junior high, go to high school with the same friends, the same people. And so when you moved again, this time it was outside of, it was a whole different city she moved. And so, and I mean, our communication was there, but there was still
Oh, our communication was crap.
oh yeah, compared to what it is now, it really was.
Oh my gosh. But we
tried to get along, but
there was
really
a lot
hard.
of resentment on both sides.
100%. Resentment, jealousy. There was no trust. There was no trust on either side. And so when that happened, we were worried. We didn't start the court process or getting an attorney that soon because we knew that everything was still unknown, and we knew that you weren't gonna switch the kids up living with your parents or your sister-in-law or so we were worried, but we were just kind of waiting to see
how I would land.
Yeah, how you would land, where you would land, how you
And
would
then
react.
I moved different. It's
Yeah.
where I was from. And
Yeah. And it's an hour and a half from where we currently live and where the kids are going to school. And John and I, because there was no trust there, we were worried, okay, she's got another guy. We don't know we hadn't met this guy really.
Yep.
I mean, there were some introductions around Christmas, a few months after you guys got together and you moved. But that was it. It was just a quick introduction. I mean, I don't even think John and I got out of the car when we were dropping the kids off.
Right.
Time, and yeah, so we were just really unsure what was going to happen. We really did not want to uproot the kids again. And so when you officially moved that's when we're like, okay, we want to make sure we have the custody agreement rewritten, so it's
Yeah.
more of a 50-50. And so it's more of a, like, the kids can, we really wanted, the main thing was we just wanted the stability for the kids. We didn't want
Right.
the unknown. We didn't want them to have to start over again,
Yeah, and
and that's where
that's
it came from. And so we met with a lawyer, we served the court papers. Unfortunately, the court papers showed up at her door on her birthday. That
yeah.
was not planned by us, I will tell you that. I
Happy
mean, ironically,
birthday
I was in
to me.
Arizona. Yeah, I was in Arizona. My grandma died that
Yeah, her
day. So,
passed
like
away.
that
It
whole
was
day was
bad.
just sucky.
Yeah, trying to
Completely.
be nice on the phone when that happens and acting like nothing has happened
Yeah.
is the worst way, especially when they're like, something bad happened in the family. And you should be like, and I want to kind of like be my asshole self for a minute and I'll be honest about it. You should be remorseful, but I had just gotten served custody papers. My only response was, go to hell.
There was yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, there was no heads up. We didn't tell you we were doing this at all.
There was no communication.
Yeah.
That's something I want to kind of point out. It's not like we started friends, okay? It started dirty and
Mhm.
gross and evil and vile.
Mhm.
There was a lot of hatred. There was a lot of we're not going to go too deep into what happened in the separation, the initial separation, just because there's a lot of things that both sides have agreed to keep quiet. But the one thing that I can say is this: nobody just gets up and walks away, and I did.
Yeah.
So it was dirty.
Yeah.
And, it caused a lot of distrust, it caused a lot of stress, it caused a lot of problems. And, in that moment, at that time, I thought I was in the right. And I guess that's a part of this you've never heard, is
Yeah.
my side of it.
No, I've never heard your side of it.
I just wanted what was best for my kids, and I could see how toxic we were.
Yeah.
And I just knew if it continued, no matter what, it was going to ruin their life.
Yeah.
And then you came along. Oh my god. Okay, to say I hated you would be putting it nicely. I resented you. I loathed you. All the dirty words, like you were little Miss Happy, sending me Mother's Day stuff.
Yeah, I did. The first Mother's Day, John and I were together.
Slap in the face, man.
No, it wasn't to be a slap in the
you
face.
felt that.
Actually, I was in a
It felt
girl group.
good, but it made me feel
I was-
like annoyed.
I was in this girl group on Facebook, and someone had mentioned getting their husband's ex a Mother's Day gift, and I was like, "That's a good idea."
Like nowadays, totally.
there's-
We should probably go back to that.
Yeah, like really, I took all the kids to the lake, and I had them each hold up a sign. There were four kids at the time, and each of them held up, we, and then someone held up love, and
Yep.
it was like four different pictures, and John did the frame.
Yep.
Like
They got broken and flooded.
yeah, that's what I heard. But yeah, I still have the pictures. I never deleted
I want
them.
another one.
Well, there's still
She
Mother's
should
Day.
make me another one, guys.
So, I mean, it wasn't to be a slap in the face. It was more because I wanted to build a good, like, relationship bridge because, like, I have dated men in the past that had children, and during the relationship, I wasn't really, like, involved with
And
the
I
other
can be
side.
honest, that's kind of where the
So-
slap of the face kind of came in, though. Because at first, you and I, you were really chill and really, like, Happy Mother's Day and just trying to be a part of things. And
Mhm.
I was like, okay, non-threatening. I can handle this. I'm still mom.
Yeah.
And then it changed.
Yeah.
And that's when it was like, and excuse how I put this, but oh my God, this bee is trying to be mom. I have been nothing but a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, and she's walking in and trying to take, like,
Well, I was working. I mean, my shift just worked better when the kids' school
I
finally
know,
started back
I know.
up.
And like now that I
to pick
look
them up and
back,
stuff.
obviously I was jealous, I was angry, I was all the feelings at that time
Yeah.
because that's all I had in me.
Yeah.
So obviously back then, completely different scenario. And that's why I want to like make that clear. Like, I was angry. I walked away too. That's what makes me laugh. Like, I walked away.
I mean, you were angry. I was very intimidated and
Oh
very
my gosh, she was
like,
so intimidating.
yes. Wait, I
Not
was
you were intimidating to me,
oh, see, I was intimidating.
but it was funny because if I would talk to you, I could see you just shut down. And I'm like,
I'm
"Why am I like?"
so well, because I wanted to build a good relationship, but there was a lot of I had a lot of jealousy. A
For
lot of
what?
well, okay, let's bring up the time your ex okay, I don't wanna use names, obviously, so
We've already
let's
used certain names, but you're talking
okay,
those exes,
yeah.
not our
So the first guy you moved in with when you and John separated, let's just call him Patrick,
yes,
okay?
Patrick,
Yes,
that
let's just
one.
call him Patrick, that's not his name,
Okay,
but
guys, please remember,
yes.
I have changed a lot. Thou shalt not do no harm.
So, I mean
I mean, and I was always like, it's never like I was with, in a situation where I was with two people at once. No, like I would break up with somebody and then I'd get with someone else.
right, yeah, no, but so there was you were with Patrick, I was with John, right?
Right.
Um, John and I had been dating, I don't know, month and a half, 2 months at this point, and he
It was
messaged
not
me
long.
on Facebook
I
and
remember that
told me
drama,
that you and him had slept together when I was out of town
and
while
we
we were dating.
hadn't.
Yeah, and I don't know, like
It caused so much
yeah,
drama.
it really, like
But
it
I
was
mean, that also gives you like where the lack of trust was. If somebody tried to cause drama in,
just at the beginning of all of the relationships
hmm
involved, you know? That
and
was
we, as as people, we go into our fear factor of, oh my gosh, this person's trying to
mm,
take what's mine now.
yeah.
And I mean, then like you have me kind of in the background that's like at that time, I can just kind of imagine my attitude on it, which is
Mhm.
like, what the hell's your problem? I could
Exactly.
probably be like, I'm an ornery person. So like for me, it's like, and your point is, but
Mhm.
the thing is I don't condone shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm so against it. I find out somebody's cheating, I don't talk to them. And so it's like, it was something I had to defend myself on,
I
but
mean, I trusted John, but at the same time, our relationship was so new that I was like,
mhm.
how do we navigate this? Like, I want to like trust you. I want to build that trust. Our relationship is so new, like, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, so yeah, I mean, there was drama pretty much at the beginning, and that kind of created this roller coaster.
nothing
And
stress
I mean,
too.
yeah. But considering we had all these feelings,
And now
we,
we were
you and
able
I
to
never fought.
I know.
We never fought.
Okay,
We got
but I
along.
put that to your niceness because I know there were times that I was offensive as hell and you were like, "What did she just say to me?" And maybe like, "I probably shouldn't have said that." And, like
Well,
for
I never
me,
said it to you.
oh, no, no.
I would tell John, and then
No, 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 but that's
you
what
and
I'm
John
saying
would fight.
that's what I'm saying is, like, I would say stuff, but I would never mean to offend you.
But we didn't know each other.
Exactly.
We're very, very different people. And the way that, like, I mean, when you talk on the phone, you sound like you're constantly pissed off because you like yell when you're on the phone, and
So
it's like,
angry, let me tell
did
you.
I just make her mad? Like, what did I do? You existed.
Back then, that's how it would have been. You
Yeah.
existed. Nowadays, it's like, I'm not even angry. I'm chill. I'm here. Don't think anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just an ornery person all the time, I guess. I mean, even the kids, they look at me and they're like, "Mom, are you mad?" No. Are
She's
you facts? So Mike has started this game, right? Where he's like, I want to see if I can get you to laugh. Stone cold face, usually,
yeah.
So he starts his slides and he'll sit there and he starts laughing. And I don't laugh until he starts laughing. And then it's just like, you like red cheeked mother effer. Of course, you're the one that makes me laugh.
Right.
I can ignore everything else, not you. So there you have it. That's my weakness. But yeah, I mean, we've come a long way.
Yeah.
And I can't say it's perfect. I'm sure like there are still moments that are frustrating on both sides.
Mm.
But that's where the friendship comes in. Is we've gotten to a point to where we've learned to be able to talk about it better. And we have been able to talk calmly. That's the bright side. And yeah, like she said, John would call and freak out. So I'd be more pissed at him than anybody. But even
Those
though
two
I
could
knew in the
argue. Those two
background,
could
it was
argue.
you.
Well, I mean, a lot of times it was just me talking to my husband.
Right.
Like it was just me.
And then your
Like, I
husband
hope
just
I didn't
getting
make Sunny mad. I hope I didn't like say the wrong thing, or you know what? Kind of what Sunny said, like, worries me, or I'm kind of irritated. I
Yeah.
would talk to him, and then he'd be like, she's being unreasonable, or something, or like
Something along the lines.
something,
When in reality, the funny thing is, like, I think about it and, like, if we would've communicated better,
Mhm.
I feel like there would've been so much bypass.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, guys, communication is key. And, I've had a lot of people talk to me, well, what about the relationships that aren't healthy? I mean, we're
Mhm.
talking about co-parenting. We're talking about the hard stuff. I can tell you right now that even if, and this is my opinion, even if somebody is like in a really rough situation, give them a chance
Yeah.
at least once because they may be able to pull themselves out of it.
Mhm.
And it's not easy. I mean, gosh, you sit there and you think, and you have to realize this is a vice versa situation. My ex-husband, I look at him, or I looked, sorry, past tense. I looked at him in a very vile way, right? Like things in our marriage that I never want to relive. We had fights in our marriage that I never want to relive. And it would get very dirty sometimes.
It's very toxic,
Very.
very toxic.
And so, like I had to give him a chance to straighten out his life too, because he was a very angry person as well.
Yeah, you 2 were just,
Constant.
yeah, you guys were both like fuel to a fire,
Mhm.
like the oxygen, the tinder, the
Mhm.
whatever, and just constantly
There was
adding to
never
a
a
fire.
peace. And I think about the time that there was a peace in our life, and I feel like I
'Cause it
f-
wasn't always fighting. I mean, John
no,
talks about, like,
we had good
good
times.
times. It
We
just,
just didn't have a lot of them.
yeah,
The bad outweighed the good. That's
yeah.
really how I actually look at it. The bad outweighed the good. Like, I look at my marriage now, and don't get me wrong, there are moments in my marriage even now that I'm like, "Holy crap, dude, like, calm down." But the good outweighs the bad.
Yeah, and that's where you gotta look at it. And honestly, I feel like the John that I'm married to is much different than the John you're married to. I mean, just from things that John
Oh,
has
so
told me,
much
what
different.
you have told me, I mean, I definitely
He's
have.
not sitting on the hood of the car anymore.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can give him that.
So, like, I'm sure the husband that you have is different than who his ex had,
From
right?
what I understand,
I
from what
mean,
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of similarities, like
right, right. Because I know that their marriage was much different, I'm
my
sure.
husband loves to use jokes all the time, and it drives me nuts. He has a joke for everything,
Yeah.
and it's either crude or it's a dad joke. There is no in
Between,
between.
yeah.
I mean, you've heard
So
him.
yeah. Yep. Yeah.
So, yeah, he's definitely, I mean, happiness, that changes a person too. Because, I mean, before my husband, I was angry and ornery, and I didn't wanna deal with people, and I still don't wanna
Yeah.
deal with people, but, I mean, I'm not as
Yeah.
angry and ornery, and he brings that out in me.
Yeah.
I didn't have that, and I wasn't in a healthy foundation
Mhm.
relationship is so important for you if you are, like, somebody that's married or in a relationship,
Mhm.
like boyfriend, fiancé, whatever, you know, it is so important for your foundation to be good because, I mean, if it's not, you get the X.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Because if the foundation isn't there, like, there's no trust, there's no communication, there's no honesty, all the 3 big foundations you need. And
For
if it's
for a
not there
relationship, for a co-parenting,
for all of it.
for all of it. I mean, I want you to think, if you are in a co-parenting situation right now where you need to co-parent with your ex, those kids should be number 1.
Mhm.
They the communication needs to be there. If you are the type of parent that when they're at your house, you don't let them talk to the other parent at all, what's the reason? Is it a good reason because
Right.
of some sort of toxic trait? Is it really a toxic trait? Is it
Do they
really a
have
red
medical
flag?
and here's the funny thing, do they have medical issues?
Yeah.
Is there something else causing it? Is there
Yeah.
therapies that need to be done because they had trauma in their past? Is there, there's so many reasons why you could be in a toxic co-parenting situation right now. I mean, really. I'm not saying co-parenting is going to work for everyone.
Yeah, it doesn't. And I mean, there's so many different situations, so many different scenarios, but just really think about why are you doing XYZ with the co-parent that might
Well,
be creating an unhealthy situation for your child,
and
you know?
here's another thing to think about. You cared about them once for a reason. They're your ex for a reason.
Mhm,
They also were your relationship
mhm,
for a reason. So I feel like
yeah,
if you can remember what that was, I mean, and don't get me wrong, it doesn't make it easier because, like, there were times when her and I were starting to get along that jealousy just rose so hard in me because it's
mhm,
like, you took my life. That's how I felt in the moment. That's not how it
yeah,
is, but
yeah,
that's how I felt in the moment is like, you took that from me. You cared for that person for some reason or other, and you made it work then. Something happened, feelings changed, and now you're no longer together, okay? Or maybe you're still with the person and you're trying to prevent this from happening,
yeah,
and or maybe you're just a swiper and you landed on us or
mm,
whatever. But the whole thing is communication, honesty, and trust are going to be your biggest foundation.
mhm.
And learning to gain that back is relearning how to like that person again. You don't have to genuinely care about them, but you have to like them enough for your kids.
Yeah, I mean, John has said to me multiple times, he will always have love for you. You guys have a history, you guys have children together, he will always have love for you.
Yes,
And he makes sure that like people understand that. It is I mean, co-parenting is so hard. You hear,
it
"Oh, you
is.
have to co-parent with your ex." And it's like, "Yeah, I sure do." But
And the funny thing is you don't have to. This is a choice to help your kids.
yeah, I mean, they benefit.
If it's in a good enough
Right, of
situation.
course. There are certain situations where you know what? There's too many red flags for like on the other side of it that
Right.
you're trying to protect your kids from, and that's understandable. But make sure that that's really what it is. That there isn't like it's not animosity, it's not jealousy. Obviously,
Make
there's
sure
going to
your
be jealousy.
resentment isn't up here.
Yeah, yeah, make sure that's not preventing you from being able to co-parent. Make
Yeah.
sure that, because I mean, your kids are watching. Kids see more than you realize. Raising our kids, my stepkids, I like seeing what they like see, like what they repeat back. I'm like, whoa, how did you like pick up on that?
Oh my gosh, some of the stuff I've heard.
Mhm. Yeah, same, same.
The things I've heard, and I'm like, dude, really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. The things they
They're
pick up
smart.
on, they're watching. It doesn't matter what age, they
Yeah,
are
no.
watching.
And they will copy it. My oldest is a good example of that. He's a good kid. He just, through life, he's had a lot of struggles. And because of the relationship I was in during that time, that would be John the ex. The relationship that I was in for most of his childhood kind of
Well, and his dad
messed
isn't
his,
John, and so, like,
nope,
he also saw the relationship his dad had with his
out.
girlfriend at the time. Yeah. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was it was hard. It was hard. And so, he didn't have any good foundation.
Right.
He had these 2 relationships. They were both toxic.
And nothing to stand on.
Yeah, he didn't have examples,
Yeah,
and
and that's where a
it's
good foundation comes in. That's where that
yeah.
trust, honesty, and communication comes in, people, because, like, in order for you to be able to move forward, you have to be able to communicate, and if you can't communicate, then
There's lots of noises going on out there.
I know. If you can't communicate, find somebody who can be a middleman. Because, like, I guess that's what really built mine and Courtney's relationship is I won't deal with my ex anymore.
Well, I mean, you
Have
guys
you
do
kinda
because you guys have
noticed
had
I don't call him? I
no,
call you.
yeah, you called me. We communicate more.
Uh,
I mean, when you and John do communicate,
oh, we're totally civil now, and
yeah, it's I mean, they
but
still have their
the starting
yeah,
of it was me being like, "No, I'm just gonna talk to her. I don't care."
yeah,
I knew that I could talk to her, whether
mhm,
her feelings or not. I knew I could be nice to her, and she would actually listen to what I have to say.
yeah,
Where with me and my ex, every time we talked, it was just all the
yeah,
time. We were
yeah.
just
Neither
fighting.
could admit they were wrong.
No.
Neither one.
Hey,
I
I'm
love my
still right.
husband,
What are you
but
talking about?
I mean, maybe on some things.
Every day that ends with why.
Oh, that's what she thinks. That's what I let her think.
We did admit I'm the crazy one. My delusions do
Yes.
come real in my head.
Yeah.
So, guys, like it's one of those things where communication is a big deal.
Listening too. A lot of people listen and they listen to respond rather than listen to understand. And that's a big one. Like if you are co-parenting and you're trying to listen to respond to them, like you're trying to calculate your response or something, you're
Yeah.
gonna get nowhere. If you listen
No.
to understand their perspective, you know that person. Even if you don't, maybe it was a one night stand that you're having to co-parent. You knew that person well enough and you now have a child with them. You're stuck with them, right? At least
Right.
for 18 years, you're stuck with them,
I mean,
right?
let's be real, it's longer than that.
Yeah. Listen to understand. Make sure you're doing that and not just responding. Like, just try to understand where they're coming from, what's
Yep.
going on in their life, what the situation. I mean, if both parties can do that, again,
Yep.
there are situations. There's
Yep.
our disclaimer. I know we've said that a lot because we know that there are situations where it's possible
Yep.
to do.
Something I want to kind of bring back up is the court situation.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let you guys know how that all ended, we didn't go to court. I ended up yelling at my ex about communication and saying maybe if you guys communicated, we wouldn't be in this position. And I kid you not, after I told him that the once, the court went away. And I don't know if you guys did
Well,
something before then or
no,
what, but I
remember?
was so like, I think that's just
Yeah.
one of the feelings that I remember having. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
like I want
No,
to
it's
bring that
okay.
up
No.
because we did get talking about the court
Yeah.
situation, and it did end with us actually learning to communicate.
Yeah.
Cause
We ended up, I remember, because I was on the call with John and you and both lawyers and mediator or
mediator,
whoever, we met about it. It was a come to agreement that like you would write something up, we would provide the rebuttal or whatever. And that's kind of what ended up happening. And as long as we had a custody agreement before the court date, then we didn't have to go to court. So
right?
your lawyer started it. We sent it to our lawyer. We made some adjustments with some of the wording, sent
Yeah,
it back, and then that was it.
we were done.
We were done.
And you guys
I
need to
feel like in
realize
your mind you want it.
we have 50-50 custody.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so like if you're thinking I have 60-40 or 70-30 or something like that, no,
It's
like
50-50.
it's
Just the way the
50-50.
schedule is because school.
Yep.
I mean, in the summer, it's way more 50-50, 2 weeks
Yep.
on, 2 weeks off,
But we've come to an understanding, an agreement. I live a little further away still. And because of that, I can't get my kids to school. So I get my kids every weekend. And if they want a weekend, they say, "Hey, Sonny, can we have a weekend?" I go,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, sure, that's good."
Well, and when there's, days off, like President's Day,
Yeah.
Martin Luther King, like, it's
And we
okay.
switch holidays.
We're not doing anything these weekends. Do you want them longer? Do you want them an extra day?
Yep.
We don't need them back Sunday night. They don't have school tomorrow.
Yep.
On the smaller holidays, we try to, we want
Balance it
make sure
out.
she knows they don't have school, or it's the end of term. Hey, they don't have school
Do you
Friday.
want
Let's
'em?
meet up
Or,
Thursday.
hey, we may be going and doing something.
Yeah,
or,
can we just keep them the whole weekend?
yeah.
Like,
But if you're getting the pattern, there's a lot of communication, people.
a lot. Her and I, we even have a group text with your husband, my husband,
Mhm.
all four of us. And, if it's not there, it's between you and
Yep.
I. It's between, sometimes John will call you and
Yep.
talk to you about things, like vice versa. Talk multiple times a week.
I'm not gonna
And
lie,
we
when this
let
all
it-
started, you were like, "I was afraid to say stuff to you." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah, and here we are.
Like, you play football and you're afraid of me.
Well, I don't like okay, listen, football is different because I get to hit someone with permission. With this, I
I've
don't
pissed
like.
you off enough. I think
I'm
you
not
have
a verbal
permission.
person,
I mean, I am.
I am not. I would rather avoid confrontation. I am not a confrontational
She's
person.
such a nice
and
guy.
Rather avoid it. And
She makes me feel like the devil,
No.
devil on the shoulder. You should do it.
That's what you are on my shoulder.
I know. Look at me go. I'm the devil, guys. Hee hee. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
devil horns now. Now it's been said. We'll get you the angel wings. You
Right?
have to have the wings. You can't do the halo.
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
No, but I mean, and we make sure that the kids have full communication with the other parents
Yeah.
when they're when they're with us. We have a bedtime's 8 o'clock. You cannot be
Well,
on your
and
phone after 8 o'clock. And it's like, well, can I call my mom and talk to her before I go to bed? And it's like,
yeah,
it's the one,
that's
your
the
mom,
one
your other
give you
dad.
get.
Those are the only
I mean, do they
exceptions.
totally use it towards their advantage? Most definitely.
For sure. For sure.
But is it something that I get to take advantage of too? Oh, yes, most
Yes.
definitely.
Yes. Yes.
So, and I do. I love it because they'll call me and you can hear them be all quiet. Mom. And I'm like, what? I miss you. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I know, I miss you too, baby. What are you doing? I'm not supposed to be on my phone right now.
Well,
But let's talk.
and I mean, honestly, the kids know that, like, when they're talking to their other parents,
Free game.
it's free game. We're not going to say no. We don't want to keep them from you. I mean, they're with us 5 days a
Well,
week.
even when
And
they're
so
grounded from their phone, I bug the hell out of you just so I
it's
could
true.
talk to them. I'll
Yeah.
FaceTime your phone just so
Mhm.
I could talk to them.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, like, we make sure there's open communication because we don't want to
Sorry
keep
if
them
that
from
was
the other
loud.
parent.
No, I like that straw though. Because we need water, people.
Yes. Yes.
Water's
Forgot
good.
that. Yeah, water is good. I need to drink more. I bought my last little bit of soda that I am buying, and I'm quitting once it's gone, and I've got to get my health back under control. So, are you looking for the applause button?
I what?
Oh.
Oh, yay! We have to have that. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
I won't lie.
Yeah.
I haven't quit soda yet. I really still need to, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, it's another thing that I've got to do. So just so we're clear, guys, I have a couple of addictions. I like smoking my nicotine. I like having a drink once in a while. Well, it wasn't once in a while back in the day. We all know that now. But, I've quit a lot of my addictions except the nicotine. Sorry. But we're working on that eventually. But, I won't lie, soda is such an addiction.
It is.
You
Well,
want it
I've
so
learned so
badly.
early in the morning that it's mostly the caffeine. It's the caffeine that, like, gets me. I don't like coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker.
This is
And
why I went to tea, man.
well, I like tea, but
No, you like sugar.
I do like sugar.
You don't like tea. You like
sugar. I do like sugar. You're right. But yeah, so I am working on it.
because I heard her tea order. That's not tea.
It's delicious though.
It is good. I will give you that, but it's not tea.
I don't
Sugar.
like to drink it all because you're right. Like, honestly, I can have one every once in a while, but it is too sugary to, like, have
Right.
often. So I don't drink it often. But yeah, it's mostly for the caffeine. I work so early in the morning. I have a baby, so I don't sleep.
Right.
We're in a teething phase, a sleep regression. I don't care what you call it. I'm just not sleeping. Like,
She has a baby. That's what it's called.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
called being mom.
Bless
Welcome
my
to be
husband.
mom.
Bless my husband.
He can sleep to the
Friday
dead,
night, I
can't
went
he?
to bed at like 7:30 and he stayed up with the baby. Last night, I couldn't, Malachi did not want to go to bed. It was like 10 o'clock and I'm like, I
That's where
gotta
you
get up at
poke the
5.
bear and you say, "Hey, you, it's my turn."
Oh, he's usually awake. He has a hard time sleeping just because he has insomnia.
I guess that's fair. I
Yeah,
forgot
so
about
he's
that.
usually awake.
And I remember during our time, we both had to be on sleeping meds because neither one of us could sleep.
Yeah, sleeping meds aren't working for him anymore, and so it's hard for him to sleep. So a lot of times, if Malachi's not going to bed by like 9 o'clock, cause since I work at 5 in the morning, I'm usually like, okay, can you take him so I can go
Right.
sleep? And then he'll just bring him in to me, so that, like, he's like, okay, he's getting tired, and then I can nurse him to sleep, and then we're both asleep. So it's the only way I get sleep. And yeah, I mean, if John happens to be up and Malachi's not going back to bed, John takes him.
Right.
There's been times where, like, we've tried sleeping in the other room because we're co-sleeping right now. I don't like to co-sleep,
Yes, I'm silently judging her.
but really, like, we are having a hard time getting him in his crib. If he's tired enough, he will sleep in it and we're fine. But if he's not, I'm worried he's got his dad's sleeping habits.
Well, I mean, I
Or
know one kid that
also,
already does.
yeah. I mean,
Jeez.
Malachi also has HIE. If you don't know what that is, it's hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy. I'll get into it maybe in another episode, but one of the symptoms is actually trouble sleeping.
Makes
And so
sense.
that could be part of the
Part of it.
problem. And so, we'd try sleeping on these tiny mattresses in the living room and have him in his crib and we'll have the monitor. And, there'd be times where he'd start crying and John's the one that's getting up,
Right.
so I can sleep because he doesn't have to go, he has his own business, so he usually leaves for work between 8 and 9
I
in the
won't
morning,
lie,
so
when
he
I
gets, like
first had my kids, I you are dealing with a completely different person.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was a lot different, and, like, don't get me wrong, he wasn't bad, it's just back then he could sleep. He was on his meds, they were new, and it worked. So, on a more positive or well, no, we're about to get even sadder, and we're gonna throw things.
There goes our
Scary.
life.
I really hope you figure out how to edit some of this, because if not, it's all out there.
I mean, I'll be able to edit some of it, but I honestly this is real life.
Yeah.
We wanna show our real life. I
Yeah,
think
we wanted to let everybody know how it is. This
I
is
guess
how it
this is
is.
gonna turn into ghost stories once upon a
Yes.
time.
In the backyard with a man with a machete. I even got the
Call
eyebrows
them
going.
skinwalkers. Man, okay.
Okay, we were gonna talk more about what's recently happened. Okay.
We'll just leave it. I mean, I don't
No,
think
it's gonna irritate me.
I don't think we'll get, like I don't think we'll get it taped back up. We
Okay.
had this, like, taped to the wall, y'all. This is, like,
Breathless.
how we're doing it right now while we're
Well, at least we're not blinded now.
yeah, yeah, we're recording at my grandma's house because
Well, we don't
it's
have
a
another
halfway
space right now.
point
Yeah.
between our houses. We hopefully one day we will have a studio. That is
Yep.
the ultimate goal. So if you guys want to help out with that, we are taking sponsors. Please share and like this so that we can get more views.
Yes. She will even add the links. Watch
Yes,
her go.
I am working on making it easier to find us. But I think we'll wrap this podcast up. We've got kids
You need like
running
arrows
amok.
going
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, right. I mean, hey,
Just
in our last podcast at the end, I got the
oh yeah, you
I
did.
did. Yeah, I'll do it again with this one.
There you go. I think
Um,
my hands went all over the place, but
yeah,
keep your arrows.
it'll just be above us,
There you
below
go.
where you can find us.
Letters.
Yeah. No, recent events last night.
Yeah.
When John and I met, he brought a dog into the relationship. Her name
Okay,
is
okay.
Isabel.
Her name
Yes.
was Izzy.
Izzy.
She was I named her Isabel.
Mhm.
She was my little Miss Jezebel. She was a black lab German Shepherd mix. When we got her, she was a present. Funny enough,
Mhm.
a present to me. And she ended up being my ex-husband's dog, but she was
The sweetest dog.
the
Listened, she
most
cuddled.
amazing dog. She
Mhm.
from the
She's a
time she
protector.
like you didn't know her as a puppy, but from the time
Mhm.
she was a puppy till the time John and I separated, she was just pure joy. I mean, and you see it even with Brego.
Yeah.
Just how he is too. Just they
Yeah.
were just pure joys, just love.
Yeah. And that's all I knew of her too.
So, like she was saying, we got her quite a few years ago. I want to say good.
She was born in 2013 because it was right before Kira,
I know,
right
and I'm
before we
trying to
got
think of
pregnant.
how long that's been. So
She
at
was
least
almost
14 years.
she was almost 13 because Kira's 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. She would have been 13 in June.
Wow.
Yeah.
She was old.
She was old. She was diagnosed with cancer July of 2024. She had cancer in her mouth, so we knew we didn't have much time with her, but honestly, you would have looked at her then and not even realized she was sick.
Right.
And then, in previous years, she had to have surgery on both her knees to get plates put in because it's a common lab thing, I'm told, where
Yeah.
they hurt their knees just running back and forth and need
They get
TPO or
old and
whatever
they
it's
get
called.
sore.
Yeah. So then a few weeks ago, she started not putting any weight on one of her legs and got an infection. We found out about a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago now, because it was right around Kira's birthday.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
it
because
was
I remember you
infected in
bringing
the
up the
bone,
infection.
and they wanted to hit it with double antibiotics and some pain medication. So we were giving her that. She seemed to be doing better. She was putting weight on it. She was her peppy self. We really didn't think anything of it. Yesterday evening around 4 o'clock, I found her, and it looked like she was sleeping in her favorite spot in the front room. I'd gotten home, walked in. My golden doodle ran up to me, was giving me loves, and I'm like, "Oh, where's Izzy?" And I saw her. It looked like she was sleeping, but then I didn't see her breathe.
Oh
And
my.
I went up and she wasn't moving. I couldn't tell that she was breathing. I called my husband upstairs, kept the kids downstairs, and all I heard was Isabel, and knew she was gone. She'd passed away yesterday peacefully in her sleep. We bring her up because she's a common.
She's kind of a link to the family.
Yeah, and that's the biggest reason we bring her up. I mean,
And
she
it's just nice to, like, bring up the fact that this is a painful time that we're going through together.
yeah,
This is like how close we've gotten due to us just trying to be better co-parents. Is I got the first phone call of she passed away. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it together. It's really fresh, guys.
yeah, we're going through a lot, and I mean, to some people, it's just a dog, but to us, she was a part of the
Family.
family. But she was a great dog. Maybe I'll post some videos and pictures of her on Plot Twist, so you guys can just see she loved to eat the water coming from sprinklers. Maybe I'll post that video. It's one of
There
my
you go.
favorites.
I'll see if I can find any old pictures I have her. I
You
bet.
should tell the story about
Oh
the
my
cat feeder
gosh.
with Isabel.
So me and John, we were out, and I think we were out at the bar, and we came home, and we hear her banging noise, and we're like, what the hell is hitting the door? And so we open the door thinking it's her like pouncing on the door, and we open the door. Now you have to realize we used gravity feeders because we just free fed. And the gravity part where it sits in the big bowl, she had that stuck on her head and couldn't get it off, but she was so happy to see us. But she knew she was in trouble. So she was, oh my God. And it was just like one of those things where you're just like, you just ate all the cat food that we had. Thank you.
It's a miracle she lasted as long as she did, because things she would get into and eat. I
Oh
think
my
John
God.
mentioned one time something where she had chocolate, and dogs
Yes.
aren't supposed to have chocolate. And
A lot.
yeah,
A lot.
yeah, she had an iron stomach, man.
So did Brego, though. Brego
Yeah.
had a lot of chocolate ones.
Brago's
and-
another dog. They got together when they were married. She took Brago. Jonathan took
Yeah.
Izzy.
Because Brego's my boy.
Yeah.
100% my boy. I mean, he still gets excited when John comes around, but at
Yeah.
the same time, he's just
Yeah.
such a sweetheart. But, yeah, guys, it's not an easy thing to get to this point. But with time and effort, I think a lot of relationships can get healed if they take the time and communicate and be honest with yourself and with each other. Because the truth is if you're going through a hard time and they are not seeing it, how are they going to know? And that's
Yeah.
when you get surprise birthday presents. Like me.
Yeah.
I love court papers for my birthday. Let's never do that again.
I agree.
Ever.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
guys, it's one of those things where communication is key. Honesty
Mhm.
is key. If you're going through a hard time and, I won't lie, there was a time during all this where I went suicidal. I wanted to just be done because I didn't know if I could handle it anymore. There's a light at the end of the tunnel if you're willing to put in the work.
Yeah.
I want to bring that up because I know that we've both had, that kind of loss in our life,
Yeah.
family.
I've had a lot more loss than a lot of people had, especially in the last 15 years. A lot.
And I bring that up because it's like those parents that don't think that it's going to get easy or,
Mhm.
it can.
It definitely can.
It did for me.
You matter.
And I bring
You're
that up.
wanted,
And
regardless of what anyone says. You are
Mhm.
wanted here. You are loved.
Yeah.
Any family, friends, any coworkers. I mean, people need you. There's no other you. You are the only you.
And it took a while. And it's funny I bring that up because here's a good time of a time I actually was jealous of you. And it was very recent. You remember when we were at church for the kids' program
Oh, mm-hmm.
and I
Yep.
started crying?
Yep.
Do you know why?
Because, yeah, you told me. Yeah, I'll let you share it, but yeah.
I
Shit about it.
My kids have a good life. It's not toxic. She made it a good life for them. I was the toxic parent. He was the toxic parent. She's been a good parent the entire time. I went there and my kids are with their friends and they're laughing and my daughter's up on the stage because the only thing she can see is me and she's crying and all I can think is you have such an amazing life here. You don't even need me.
But they do.
I know.
Yeah, they do. Those
But
kids
this
need
is where
them.
I bring this up is like, I don't bring depression up or suicide up lightly. It's something that I struggled with that made our co-parenting hard. It messed with my head because I would tell myself they're better off without me.
Mhm.
And it made it to where I would shut down. I wouldn't talk about parent-teacher meetings. I would just listen to what they said and then go about my business. I would go to the programs and record, but I wasn't mentally, like, able to fully enjoy them because I was sitting next to a family that was happy and together, and here I am all by myself just watching my kid.
Well,
I have no family to support, like, you know, I have family, but we all live further away. So I don't have close family to support my kids. I don't have your general support system. I don't have a lot of friends. It's just me and my husband. And I look at your guys' life.
well, my mom's told you that
Your
it's not the
mom,
same,
it's not
but
the same.
I mean,
You guys
you
are
are
amazing.
family,
I know.
I mean, those kids, they make us family.
But it's not like getting invited to Thanksgiving dinner.
Right,
It's not
right.
spent holiday like, every spent holiday together. I mean,
Yeah,
we're gonna start doing that again,
yeah, we're
um,
trying to.
but it's something where, like, it's hard because they sit here and they tell me about their friends, and they talk about their school, and they do all this stuff, and I'm just over here like, "Man, I just take you on vacation to go camping.
I mean,
Yay."
it's not something John and I are able to do.
Yeah, I
We haven't
know.
been able That's not something we've been able to do for a while.
Yes,
So, like,
that's true.
you get to give them experiences like the boating or the jet skis or the paddle boards or the camper. You get to give
Yes,
them
I take them out of
experiences
that.
that, like, John and I don't have the ability to.
Right.
I mean, it's stuff we'd love. We would love to do all those outdoor things,
Yeah,
which were,
but
I
a
mean,
freaking cruise, like,
right.
jerk.
I mean, that was really the only Christmas present they got,
Still,
and
where was my invitation? No, we're actually planning
yeah.
on doing something big together as a
Mhm.
family.
Yeah.
So, and yes, that's the word, as a family, because that's what we are. Like, you have to realize we don't look at it like friends, like, I'm mom, she's mom, dad. We are just a giant family, and it
Yeah.
sounds so polygamous when I say it like
I
that.
know. Could count as the sister wives, rather.
We are the sister wives, but we are not sister wives, I promise
Sister
you.
wives of Salt Lake City.
Oh my god, screw that.
Hulu's gonna pick it up.
Yes, this is your new TV series.
The Secret
It's
Lives of Sister
oh my
Wives
gosh.
instead of The Secret.
Could you imagine if they
Listen,
made
I
that a
love
TV
that show.
series?
I watched that show. You know,
I'm not gonna lie,
I'm
I watched the
guilty.
Mormon one, which is
That's the one I'm talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
that one's hilarious to
Yeah.
me. Yes, guys, I find it funny. I am judging everyone. All times.
Well, I mean,
I judge everyone all the time.
yeah.
Like, that is realistic.
Yeah. I mean, they TV shows, I mean,
They dramatize
producers,
it.
yeah, they wanna bring the drama. They'll be
Like,
like,
if
"Oh,
we
so
ever
and
get
so
to
saying this about you." I mean, did you watch the American Next Top Model documentary?
no,
Oh, you
should
should.
I?
You should.
Okay.
Totally.
Apparently, I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch that.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Yeah. I mean, on another note,
Yeah.
thanks if you've stayed the whole hour. If you listened the whole hour, we
Appreciate it.
appreciate it. We
Follow, like, share,
Yes, please help us
subscribe.
out. We we really would love to get into a studio. We'd like to make this a bigger
Mhm.
thing. We can only do it with support. The views, the likes, the shares, talking about it with your friends. I
Yep.
mean, if there's anything you want us to talk about, it doesn't even have to be co-parenting.
If there's
You
things
know,
that
if
you want
you
our
want to
opinions
know,
on,
yeah,
discussions that you're like, "Hey, I'm in this
questions.
situation. How would you guys go about it?" Because I could tell you there's still gonna be
We'll
those
keep it
immediate
anonymous. You can send us a
Yeah.
message. We're not gonna like rat you out or anything. If
No.
you need to change some details, change the details,
You'll be a commenter or user or
Yeah.
such and such just because, your identity deserves to be protected as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
guys, we love that you guys are listening.
We appreciate you.
we want you to have the best chance you possibly can. And
Yeah.
if our experiences and our situation could definitely help with that,
Yeah.
we're here for you. So,
Yeah.
just reach out,
So,
talk, let us know.
all right. On that note,
Have a nice night.
see
Bye,
ya.
guys.